Grand Rising everyone, this is Eldad Amara back with another video. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe and share. This is my channel, Eyes Wide Shut. Now, this video is entitled, Be Aware, Another Solar Eclipse is Near. Be aware, another solar eclipse is near. We are about to witness another major eclipse. This eclipse is happening on the 8th of April of this year, and a lot of people are getting very excited about it. And there's some people who've been planning various different events around the solar eclipse, some planning before the actual eclipse, some will be preparing after the solar eclipse. This is a major thing, man. All of this energy, this plasma, these different forms of rays will be hitting planet Earth. Now, the thing with this that you have to be aware of is that these flares, and the energy which is coming to this planet could possibly knock out pylons, could knock out our electricity, could even possibly knock out some of the satellites, which obviously are very important for us in terms of running our computers. So it is very important that we have ourselves prepared for a possible emergency. If your electricity should go out because of these major flares, if these flares hit the planets, they could knock out some of our pylons. That's the electrical grids which we obviously depend on for our electricity. What's another thing that we're dependent on? We are also dependent upon our computers. We are dependent upon our phones. We're dependent on going to the shop to be able to buy food. We are also dependent on going to the ATM to take money out. So listen, if a lot of these various different services go down, what are you going to do? So it is very important to prepare, to plan ahead. Now what you could do is go out and stock up on some food for at least a week. Keep at least about a week's worth of food. And same thing with water. Keep your car topped up with gas, or petrol as we call it in the UK. Okay? What else? We need to make sure that we've got a certain amount of cash around us. So go to your ATM and take out some cash from your ATM. Do not get caught out. If these flares, and this energy from the sun should hit this planet, we could be in a lot of major problems. Another thing around solar eclipse are things such as earthquakes. Sometimes they happen before the solar eclipse. Sometimes they happen a couple of weeks after the solar eclipse, or a couple of days, or maybe even a couple of days after. Also things such as tsunamis, volcanoes, they've all been associated with solar eclipse. So you need to be aware of these events. Look at what happens in Japan. What happened in Japan in January of this year? A major earthquake on something like 7.5 Richter, which is very high on the Richter scale. And what happened in Taiwan the other day, I think it was the 3rd of April, there was another big earthquake. And they're talking about earthquakes probably in other places, again, such as Japan and China, and the possibility of tsunamis. So people, you need to be prepared for things like this. Okay, you need to be prepared. If I was you, I wouldn't go amongst too many people. I won't be in big crowds. And also to find high ground, and to be on high ground in case of floods or tsunamis. Okay? Be on high ground. Be on high ground, such as mountains. Okay? To make sure that you keep yourself and your families safe. Now there's some people, and they follow the satanic cult realize that we're coming towards the end of an era and we're going into a new era. We're coming out of the age of Pisces and we're going into the age of Aquarius. And for those people on top, the elite, their time is over. Their time is over. What they're trying to do is summon in satanic forces. Because guess what? Also around this solar eclipse, there'll be portholes that will be opening up. So entities and beings can come down through these portholes. They're trying to summon up the devil. Yeah? They're trying to summon up satanic forces because they know that their time is coming towards the end. So they've been doing satanic rituals and dances in some places. Let me read out this information to you. Right, CERN launches the White Rabbit collaboration. This is CERN. CERN launches the White Rabbit collaboration. This happened on the 22nd of the 3rd, 2024. Now, for those of you who don't know about CERN, alright, this is an organization. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, known as CERN, C-E-R-N, CERN, is an intergovernmental organization that operates the largest physics laboratory in the world, established in 1954. It is based in Meyrin, I believe M-E-Y-R-R-I-N, M-E-Y-R-I-N, Meyrin, western suburb of Geneva, on the France/Switzerland border. It comprises 23 member states. So, check out what they've been doing in CERN. Check this out. The opening ceremony for the Swiss Gotthard Tunnel reveals a connection between CERN and the touted world's longest and deepest tunnel. In one of the most demonic public spectacles ever witnessed, a giant screen depicts a portal. There is an artistic depiction of Shiva's arms, with the atlas of CERN illustrating the cosmic dance happening at CERN. Well, if you don't know about Shiva, Shiva was I believe, a Hindu god. Let me read on. The show, a giant awakens and moves up from the bottomless pit, accompanied by goat-headed demons, Sermonos, and three-faced goddesses, depicting the rising of all ancient demonic gods coming through this doorway, etc. Right? So the CERN group, they're trying to release demonic forces. They're hoping that these CERN are trying to release the demonic forces. They're hoping that these demonic forces will come down through these portals. So they're doing all these dances and rituals and ceremonies. This is all prior to the solar eclipse, because they know that there is going to be portals opening up. Listen, it's the end of these people's time, man. The end of the elite's time, because we're moving into a new age with Aquarius. They're telling people to wear glasses, these special glasses, when they're looking up at the sun, or to wear sunglasses. Listen, if you're dark-eyed, like myself and other people, you don't really need to have no sunglasses or some special glasses to look up at the sun. What was the ancients doing back in their time? Did they have sunglasses? No. So, listen, our eyes are attracted to the ultraviolet rays of the sun. It protects our eyes from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. We can look directly at the sun. I've been doing this for the most of the times, yeah? Especially in the summer months. Because that sunlight activates something called a pineal gland, which is the third eye, which sits in the middle of the brain. Now, if that is activated, it also activates your crown chakra. So you move up in terms of frequency. So this helps to open up frequencies by activating that third eye. It gives you more insight into a lot of things, and you operate on your fourth dimension, on your fourth dimensional self. They don't want you to wake up. These demons, they don't want you to wake up. They want you to stay down on the third dimension. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know about the pineal gland and how the sunlight activates that. Yeah, and the sun is also good for vitamin D. It gives us vitamin D, which is also very good for us. So listen, don't listen to this crap about you can't look directly at the sun. If you're dark-eyed, you can. For those people with fair skin and light eyes, you probably need to wear some kind of protection, yes, over your eyes. I'll tell you this as well. Sunglasses are nothing but... Sunglasses are just the same equivalent as someone having dark eyes, right? Who can look directly at the sun. It helps to protect their eyes from the ultraviolet rays. So sunglasses are nothing but the same protection that brown eyes are given against the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Check this out as well. NASA, they're going to be firing 3 rockets towards the moon. Why are they doing this? It will help to find out a little bit more about Earth's atmosphere. Yeah, upper atmosphere. How it's affected by the total eclipse. That's what they're saying. That's a bit weird, man. Why 3 rockets as well? Why not 1 rocket or 2 rockets? And why on this particular day? And do they do it for a lunar eclipse? Fire up rockets? This is a really big event. This 8th of April. So people, you need to be aware. Get yourself food and water. Get yourself some extra money and put that away. Don't be in crowded areas. If you need to get away and you're amongst too many people, right, it could cause a stampede. So I won't be amongst too many people. And also make sure you get yourself up on high ground in case of the possibility of floods. Now this is only meant to be a very short video. As I say, again, the elite, they're planning all these satanic ritual events all around the globe, all in preparation for the 8th of April. This is the last major event until, this is the last major solar eclipse until the next one, which won't be until the 30th of the 3rd, 2033. People, I want you to stay safe. And just to say, we had 1 major earthquake back in January. That was in Japan, which measured on the Richter of something like 7.5, which is pretty strong. And then, just the other day, we had another earthquake, and that was in Taiwan. And they're talking about earthquakes happening, the possibility of earthquakes happening in China, Japan again, and around in that region. So this is also partly to do with what's going on now, the solar eclipse. As I said before, there's events that will happen before the solar eclipse and then after the solar eclipse. So expect things such as earthquakes, expect things such as volcanoes, and expect things such as tsunamis. People, be prepared. Prepare yourself. The mind favors those whose minds are organized. Fate favors those whose minds are organized. And I'll say it one more time. Fate favors those whose minds are organized. This is Eldad Amara with another video. Over and out.